Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of Reality Skewed Gamers. I'm one of your hosts, Ranger J 1999, and with me as always will be joining me is Finity, who is currently on the road trying to get back to Florida after his month-long ban to Texas, where he learned all kinds of stuff, which we'll get into. And of course, the great bearded one, Grande Patron, is here as always, and Mr. Catmandu himself, Lampshade. What's going on, peeps?
What's going on, interwebs? This episode has been brought to you by Lampshade's Dishes. Dishes, they don't always get clean, they get dirty.
That's why you have a pet. And we have a very special guest. Lampshade has his little girl with him. She is a young Jedi in training, a Padawan, but she's getting there. All right, let me put her up there. There she
Kylie,
is.
do you want to wave?
There she is. What? Where happened? He froze. There she is. She's waving. There she's waving. My God, she's so cute. It's ridiculous.
Can you say hi, people?
Oh my God. That's incredible. That's all right, so Lampshade's up first. We got Affinity on the road. Affinity, I'd like you to quit farting around and get home so you can help out and do stuff.
I'm trying, and I'm still committed to the stream. God damn, this is really a stream that's made by working people because we have no time to prepare for anything.
I know.
I'm on the road. You barely have time to set stuff up. It's insanity.
I know. It's cray-cray. Oh, I hear a Grande sighting.
I'm here. The Grande Patron is here.
Yeah, you just missed a Grande. We're showing Let's go to Grande.
I saw that. Lampshade's little Grande.
No,
it's okay. The Grande
you
Patron
can't have
has shown up.
Lampshade's kid. You cannot have Lampshade's kid. I'm sorry, we don't do that here. So big shout out to everybody. We're here. We're here to have fun. I mean, obviously that's what we're here for. This isn't work. So if
Wait.
work,
Is Jennifer on? Is she giving us the Cubs scores?
Yeah, if
Cubs...
Jen's on, if she could give us an update, it's Game 7. See how much we love you guys. We are sacrificing Game 7 of the World Series to be here with you folks, you fine people. I do want to say that quick shout out and apologies to everybody. I know for all of us. It's been a hectic time for Finn, obviously, and for me. We both work, we both go to school. I haven't been in Discord as much. I've been trying to be as active as I can. I mean, in the game, I haven't been as active as I've been doing the bare minimum, just because when you work 10 hours a day and do 4 to 6 hours of school every night, stop everything else I got going on in my life, it makes it really hard. But it looks like we are... just got a quick little ban. It does make it hard, so I apologize, guys. I wish I did have more time to try to answer some of your questions. You know, Finn feels the same way. We named this episode Return of the Jedi, who is Finn. We thought he was going to quit, but the light side of the Force pulled him back, and he's still with us.
No, don't lie to the people.
What? Why am I lying?
Don't lie to the people. What is it?
How's that a lie?
The light side hasn't pulled me anything. I'm still quitting.
Oh. Well, then get off the stream. You suck, butthole. Well, me and Grande will handle the rest of the stream. It's been nice. So thank you for joining the new Reality Skewed Gamers with me and Grande and Lampshade and the artist formerly known as Finn.
The artist formerly known as
Skewed. It's not for SWGOH. I can play other games and still be a Reality Skewed gamer.
I know, and we are going to be doing that. I do want to make an announcement that Finn is just started playing. What is it, MOBA? I haven't had a chance to look at it, but
I played Mobile Legends, and I don't want to get too much into another game on this stream, but I played Mobile Legends, and I'm probably going to switch to another one.
Okay.
So basically, what you're saying is you haven't found anything that's quite as awesome.
Ever crossed the streams?
Yes.
Is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
He hasn't found anything that's as awesome as this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So.
Okay.
Just admit you're addicted like the rest of us. I mean, the first step of anything.
Okay. So, if you want to know my layout of my plan here.
What is the plan? Finity, tell us the plan. What is the
plan?
So
the only reason I'm still playing right now is because our guild is getting close to doing heroic. And so I want to at least see our guild get into heroic AAT before I leave. I'm working on the strategy right now. I think we're going to do one more normal raid before jumping into heroic. And I think we have a good chance of completing it. Just got to get everything organized. But I'm pretty much going to be done I'm assuming in about a week.
So really what you're saying is you're using the guild as an excuse to hide your addiction.
Well, I haven't completed a single GW in the last 6 or 7 days.
That just means you're lazy.
No, it means I have no interest in playing the game. The only thing I've been doing is the 600 energy for the guild. That's it. Actually, yesterday, I didn't even realize that I hadn't played because when I logged in at like 8 o'clock, I still had the Open 1 data card daily activity left.
Okay. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's on the stream. You guys ready
who's
for
on
that?
the stream? Just do that because Infinity's making my dick hurt.
Bimatsu, Full Disc Gamer,
all right.
Enrique. Let's see. Prelog is here.
Nice.
MJ,
my boy
MJ, Chaps. What's up, Chaps? Julian Gibbs.
I definitely want to say, guys, huge shout out to everybody on the live stream. But if you guys are watching later and we're not live, thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate it. Any likes, if we can get to 1,000 likes, that'd be great. And also make sure you subscribe. So tell your friends. But we love the live people, and we also love those who are going to join us much later. So thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate the support.
Yeah, if you're watching after the fact, we appreciate it.
Yeah, I just got done working out, so my arms are jello right now as I'm trying to operate the damn screens and stuff.
I can't hit the keyboard.
I don't understand what's wrong. It's like I have you kill Harry Potter.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
so let me say one last thing really quick about me quitting before we get on to actual topics so we don't come back to it.
You gave us false hope, Finn. I hate you.
Well, so Lampshade made it an initiative over the past week to try and get everybody to sign like a petition, and basically some of the chats that were going on was like a eulogy. It was really kind of amusing, but honestly, I was moved by a lot of the things everybody said.
Not apparently enough.
No, because the game is too awful for me.
Hear that, everybody? He hates you. He hates all of you. He doesn't like playing Star Wars Galaxy Heroes with you. He thinks you're scum.
No, I hate them more than I like you guys. That's just the way it is. So my hate runs pretty deep.
Gives you focus.
All right.
But I was really moved by everyone said. So thank you for all of that.
But you like the fact that we like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
I was really moved all last week with all the stuff people were saying. I'm still going to try and help out. I might not be able to help out much regarding the game content, but if you ever need math done, I'll be around.
Oh, trust me, we're going to take advantage of that shit. And we're also going to be branching out into some other games. I found a mod for Lord of the Rings that I'll get into when I start streaming that myself. Might see if I can talk Grande into joining me as I use the armies of Middle Earth to slay one another. But that'll be something else. Let's talk about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes.
Do it.
All right, so the first topic for debate, what is it?
Well, do you want to read the developer notes, because we got a bunch of developer notes?
Yeah, let's summarize the developer notes. It's kind of now I have not had a chance to really get in there and get my hands dirty with this stuff.
So do you want me just to start? Want me to start at the beginning?
Oh, real quick too, before we do that, I do want to give a shout out to Grande, who is now a member of the elite Team Instinct. How about that shit?
That's right.
Moving up in the world.
Team Instinct. Got a lot of good buddies over there. Got a lot of good friends.
A lot of good peeps. I know a lot of peeps. I just you know who hit me up the other day?
Who's that?
Mika. I think he's still over there.
Mika is over there.
Yeah, he was like, "Are you still playing?" I'm like, "Dude, where have you been?"
Yep. I talked to Mika, and Mika asked me about you, and I was like, "Hit him up, man. He's over there."
Yeah, I told him about the stream and everything.
Me too.
Bastard.
Mika's crazy, man.
He is crazy. We used to have fun. Back in the day, this all started with Merlin, Dark Mage Merlin.
Yep.
and then Mika would be on, Grundy would be on, and I would be on, and we would just get retarded for 3 hours.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Without a
Which
doubt.
we'll get back into that stuff. Like you see, I'm not even playing the game right now. So let's get these developer notes. And
all right, so I'm gonna kind of go in reverse order. So our last stream was on Wednesday, which is the 26th, which basically means I gotta start talking. The first one we're gonna talk about is everybody needs to realize daylight savings time is not observed in the game. So if you started playing when it was daylight savings time, just remember now, instead of your payout being at 6 o'clock, your payout's gonna be at 5 o'clock. And if you're like me and you started playing before daylight savings time, that when we go back to daylight savings time, now your payout's at 6 o'clock. And so there's a day in there whenever everybody's gonna get kind of wigged out a little bit. So let's make sure that everybody realizes that it is constant time for the game. The game does not observe daylight savings time. The second one, the second note that we want to go over.
Should we go upstairs and play?
Shane.
Do you want any more food?
What is he doing?
He's playing with his kid on the stream. He's done it again.
He's doing dishes. He's playing with the kid. He's a multitasking guy. What can I say?
Yeah, but now he has his kid with him, so it's harder to get angry.
All right, let's go to the camp shot of. Let's go to the camp shot of Shane's kid. Let's see. There she
the baby
is.
gamer. Where's the baby gamer?
Where'd she go? Where's the young Padawan? Where is she? It's coming up. Hold on.
Hello, people.
Hold on. Stupid fan keeps taking the stream.
Hey.
We promised, by the way, that we're going to get back to the SWGOH.
Wait, that's not his kid. That's a cat.
And we should let's get to the meta notes, guys.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh, robot.
Yeah, he's cutting in and out a little bit. All right.
Yeah, let's get to the meta notes.
All right, let's get to the notes. Sorry,
All right. So
it's madness here. It's just madness.
we got another one on raid bug fixes where basically rewards will not be handed out if for players 51 or above. We kind of talked about that a little bit on the last stream.
Yeah, we went over that one.
Then we got updates for tickets, and we have the new character. So we have for players level 22 and above that will receive an inbox message detailing 150K raid tickets their guild is receiving. Please note that if you do not see these tickets right away, it's because your guild leader needs to log in first. And then the next one is best in countdown event timers have been adjusted, so the actual time of the event for your region. So the new character of the month, as we all know, is Bestin, and Bestin is also the login character. So it's the login character, and it's the one that you get from the Rogue One event. So you can get that character higher, very similar to how we did it with the Rebel Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Then we got a really awesome post about ships and about feedback. They've been working hard on it. It's going to be one of the largest updates to the game. There are going to be fleet commanders, which are basically like a leader spot in your battle, and you can bring a maximum of 5 ships into play, but up to 4 ships in reserve as reinforcements. You're going to tell us more about that later. Then the starting fleet commanders, the initial fleet commanders are going to be Admiral Akbar, Grand Moff Tarkin, Mace Windu.
Sweet, I have all 3. I did
so
good.
You did good, and I have Admiral Akbar and Grand Moff. Little weak on my Mace Windu.
Yeah,
I have him unlocked, but I just don't have him, max.
Yeah, I've got him at 7 stars. I could gear him up a little bit too. But okay, so you guys, you don't have him, get him.
Yep.
It'd be important, and they're good characters.
Well, my
Finity,
question
is there's a little bit of feedback on your mic, they're saying, so you might want to turn the radio down a little bit.
My big question is, Mace Windu is not all that relevant within the game. Having him, I think, the other 2 are fairly easy farms if you're doing your PvPs. But
sure.
My question is, Mace Windu, he hasn't been a huge asset. Is he going to be worth the farm to get him ready, because right now I don't know if you can take all three or if you just pick one captain.
Well,
I'm curious to see where it goes with that.
I mean, with the
I got him up right now. Yeah.
it says the initial 3 fleet commanders will be, and it lists these 3. So it's I'm guessing that if you're going to bring one fleet versus another fleet, that you get to bring one of these 3 guys, that you wouldn't bring 3 fleets against another dude's 3 fleets. But I mean, that's a lot of stuff going on one screen. Somebody else mentioned too, they're like, Mace Windu, why is he a fleet admiral? Well, apparently, if you go back into the legend, if you go back into the everything that has to happen with the Star Wars and the history of Star Wars, Mace Windu actually had a ship, and he was pretty OP as far as a commander was concerned. Yeah. So it sort of makes sense. So
People
it says
forget that in the Clone Wars, most of the Jedi were generals, high-ranking officers. I mean, they led the
General
armies.
Kenobi, right?
Right,
Hence
General Kenobi.
Yeah. So you got a lot going on there. So it says fleet.
Wait, why is the most important question not being asked?
What? Well, then you tell me.
Are there going to be snakes on his MFM plane?
Are there going to be what?
Snakes.
Are there going to be snakes on a plane? Snakes on a plane.
First of all, it's a starship. It's a starship, not a plane. And I don't think they have snakes in Star Wars.
Snakes on a plane. Yeah, he's also got a wallet that says B. Yeah, BMF.
That's what he calls his lightsaber in the game.
It's purple.
Which one's your lightsaber? The one that says BFM on it. Oh, there it is. There's my BFM.
There it is. That's mine. Why you take that from me? Oh my gosh. Oh,
Give that
man.
Nimrod your lightsaber. I'll shoot him with Principality.
Fleet Commander abilities says active and passive abilities. During their turns, fleet commanders will have a unique set of abilities that can infect the entire fleet battle, either with buffs, debuffs, or a variety of dramatic attacks. They will also have passive abilities, which help their allies or hinder their opponents. So, to me, this is similar to the way they're reading all this is that it's similar to a leader ability like in PvP.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Someone just put USS Enterprise ship in there. Jack Frost, you hoser.
So Captain Kirk is not a fleet commander in Star Wars. He might be in another game, but not this one.
All right. Anybody in chat that's watching the game can give us an update on the scores, please. Anybody that would be most appreciated.
TIE Pilot is here.
As far as the commanders are concerned, GP, last I checked, Finity has a leveled up Picard. He was talking about that just the other day, so I know he's set.
Leveled up Picard. This is the wrong game.
It's true. I merged the Picard with the Picard and got a Super Picard.
Okay, the first crossover character, right?
Things that matter.
Yeah. So reinforcements. So another option available for fleet commander's turns involves reinforcements. When activated, the fleet commander can call in new ships to the battle to reinforce their fleet. This could replace a destroyed ship with one of the player's reserve roster ships. A ship called in as reinforcement comes into the battle and immediately takes their turn. By strategically assigning ships to the initial fleet of 5, along with holding back other ships in reserves, a clever fleet commander can keep their opponents guessing and on their toes.
Now, do we think Grand Moff Tarkin's going to get the Death Star? Would that be sick?
I bet I don't know. Give
him the Death Star.
It's way too OP to just start out with the Death Star. I mean, I could see a Death Star coming, it's canon. And in all of the the pre-launch literature, you didn't really see that much Death Star. So I bet it's one of those triangle ships. What the heck do you call the triangle ship again?
Kidding me, right?
Help me out here, bro. I'm sure I could look it up. Just give me a little hand.
Well, there's many. If you're talking about the Star Destroyers,
Thank you. I was having a moment.
You know, the
Appreciate that.
ships that are used in all the Star Wars movies. What do you call
Yeah,
those
it's like me forgetting Han Solo's name and calling it Kylo's dad.
Well, that's like saying,
Spoilers.
what were those ships the Rebels flew that looked like an X? I can't think of it off the top of my head. And you call yourself a fan.
I'm sorry, was having a moment there. Okay.
Well, you're in Team Instinct now. You're not allowed to have moments. You're
all right.
You have to lead by example.
You ready? So we're still in developer updates. Do we want to talk about ships for a minute? This is huge.
Yes, it's huge. What we're gonna do? We're all gonna get ships. We're gonna make the Rebels pay for it.
There's gonna be so much involved.
Galaxy great again.
I mean, there's gonna be so much involved with this. I mean, we have no idea exactly how much this involves, and we also have to decide. They're giving us a preview now of this on October 28th is when this one dropped. So it dropped on Monday. Sorry, October 28th was Friday. It dropped on Friday.
Right.
It's possible that this could affect every aspect of the game. I mean, I have no idea.
I have no doubt about that.
It's possible that it could affect. I mean, they're talking about battles, so it could have its whole light side, dark side thing going on.
Well, here's one thought that I keep getting at when we've been posting a lot of the new news about the ships. I think it sounds awesome. I think it sounds great. Everything I've kind of read into it has got me pretty darn excited. But the one thing that has got me a little concerned is I'm putting a lot of time into the game, and as much as
it's hard. Yeah, it's
sounds
gonna be a lot
awesome.
of stuff.
This sounds like a lot more time.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably gonna have to gear ships. You're probably gonna have to level ships. You're probably gonna have to. I mean, it might be possible that you can only put light side ships with light side ships and dark side ships with dark side ships.
And based on what you're saying, you not only need to gear and level your main ship, you need to have one in reserve also for that ability.
We got a fleet ship. We got 4 ships. We got 5 ships on the battlefield, plus the fleet commander, plus 4 ships in reserve. That's a whole lot going on there.
A partridge in a pear tree.
And the other, and I guess the attacking team has the same stuff. So,
I even open it up to all you guys watching the stream right now. What do you guys think about the ships update? You guys excited about it? What do you guys have?
I have one
hope. Going to be going for?
Right.
I hope that the ships don't need stun cuffs in order to be leveled up.
Well, all I know is that my Obi-Wan Kenobi is walking around with 150 stun cuffs in his pocket and about 400 Carbantes. So I don't know how big his pockets are, but he's got I don't know what he's doing with all that stuff, but he must have some really deep pockets. That's all I gotta say.
That's what she said.
Anyway, I think it's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully they get some. Hopefully we get some TIE pilot, some TIE fighters. Hopefully we get some Y wings and some B wings. I mean, there's just a ton of ships, man. Ton of ships.
Slave One.
The one. Well, my question though is, I mean, effectively,
Millennium Falcon.
We're talking about, but we're talking about fleet commanders, and the first ones they've given us have been, commanders that are going to pretty much fly really, really big ships. I mean, the Admiral Akbar's ship is big. Grand Moff Tarkin's ship is big. Mace Windu's ship is big. Are they flying like huge ships?
Huge.
Or are they flying like little ships? And how does that work?
I don't know. We'll have to wait.
Effectively, what we can tell you right now is work on Akbar, work on Grand Moff Tarkin, and work on Mace Windu. Maybe not. And the next question someone's going to ask is, well, when is all this stuff coming out? My guess is around the time of the movie, maybe. I mean, that would make sense that they would do a big push.
Could be with all the launch of all the.
The launch of Rogue One. I mean,
Disney is really good, and Lucas Film and Art is really good about their.
I don't think we're going to get a preview. I don't think we're going to drop this much detailed information, and then they're going to wait like 3 months to give it to us, like they did with the AAT raid. I think we've got we've got a little bit more information, which means it's probably going to be a little bit quicker than that.
Yeah,
it would make sense that this would come out with Rogue One.
Yeah,
So that's
I think
kind of
so.
what I think.
Yeah.
All right. So next one that we've got, next one in the list is Shore Trooper event and the leaderboards. It's coming back. We have a new tournament. So Shore Trooper Squad tournament is returning for its second appearance. We've recently made some changes to the ways the tournament functions, which including the way ally points are now used to refresh your characters. So no more crystals.
Okay.
So the tournament now uses ally points to refresh for squad refreshes instead of crystals. Battle your opponents and earn points and climb the leaderboard. To include prizes, earning prizes, pit prizes, credits, omegas, ability materials, and shards for Rogue One Shore Trooper. They gave us 500 ally points.
Yes.
And
I've been saving mine.
Now, couple changes. To mitigate the unintended behavior, defensive squad can only be set once per tournament, and matchmaking has been improved. To further minimize group of players attacking each other's squads for an easy win, an opponent that your player has earned points will not appear in matchmaking for a period of time. And then they gave us the leaderboards. Basically, they said that for the they said there was an introduction of a new for the introduction of the new raid. Once November is logged, we will have 2 leaderboards for each raid because the tank takedown raid did not run for the entire month. We had a whopping 6 guilds tied for first. Congratulations to the following teams, to the following guilds, and it's Russian Heroes 1, 2, 3, 4, and a bunch of letters I can't pronounce. Order 66, Team Skunk, Team Instinct, Team Instinct. Shore Trooper regroup is now correctly reduces in cooldown when buffs are dispelled from Shore Trooper. So new tournament, gonna be a little different. Save your ally tokens.
Oh yeah, I got 17K right now. I'm going and getting more.
One of the big ones is that now you can buy ally tokens. Now you can buy ally tokens.
Don't buy ally tokens. Do not buy ally tokens. Guys, it's too easy. I spent that 5,000 they gave me because I'm an idiot, and in a couple days I already have 17K.
Yeah, just buy. Save GW tokens just as a general idea. We're kind of. It's been a while since we've had a character in GW. And you could easily, if you run out of tokens in the tournament, you could easily go in there and spam that thing and get some more tokens.
It's not hard.
It's not hard. So we're
trying to set you up for success, guys.
Exactly.
Do not spend money on that.
I have no idea how many ally tokens you're gonna need in order to get where you want. There's so many things that have been changed about the event that it would be hard to give advice on whether to enter the tournament early or whether to enter the tournament late. I have no idea. So my guess is just play your game and have fun.
Yeah.
Just play your game and have fun.
So while we're sitting there doing this, I'm going to get some GW going on the screen so people have something to watch. Now, I have the Empire team up with the Lando.
Okay.
Should I go with that, or should we run something else?
So you're gonna run it.
Emperor, Vader, Grand Moff Tarkin, Royal Guard, and Lando because I need a heavy hitter.
Works for me. Run it.
All right, let's do it. I was thinking, what can we do for fun today? Let's see how far. I'm going to take this whole team through GW while we do this. I'm going to try to do it.
You're going to try to do it all together. I'm going
to try to do it with just one team. El Guapo.
The one update that we got from today was one from CG Kazaspoon. This says we've received significant volume of reports concerning guild members engaging in a heroic raid, switching to another, and then switching back to their old guild, resulting in their roster fully resetting. Over 400 players have been confirmed to have abused this exploit. Due to this, our team has determined it prudent to take action to discourage this behavior, but announced the following actions for transparency.
Hey, what was this again? This is
this is
the guild hopping or something else?
Yeah, guild hopping for heroics.
Oh God.
Temporary suspension.
Bullshit.
will be issued to all members found to be engaged in this type of behavior. Please note that exploiting a bug is something we have always taken action on and can lead to account suspension and or permanent ban. As a reminder, detailing reports should not be posted in the forums, and we encourage you to send these messages to CG Lucifer Daddy with details on why you think this person is cheating and your ally code and the name of the suspected cheater. In order to take steps to rectify this issue, we've made the following changes. The player roster's state is remembered and saved when a player leaves a guild and returns and attempts to participate in the raid again. Game data changed to only give rewards to the top 50 positions. We already knew about that from the other post. The raid prize tab will be updated to show no prizes for ranks 51 plus, and players who rank 51 plus will receive a message saying they did not receive rewards. Okay, done with developer updates, unless we want to talk about that one.
That one I want to talk about because I think that is a crock of shit. What
Okay.
a bunch of hypocritical assholes.
Well,
I mean, no, I'm sorry. You sit there and you encourage guild hopping. Then when it's done, you're going to get, because you didn't care about the backlash last time. You said, I mean, on record, this shit is on record in them saying, well, we think it's good teamwork and blah, 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 blah.
yeah.
And now all of a sudden, you know what? If you're going to ban players, then somebody needs to be fired. Because if you're going to sit there and suspend players for an action that you said was okay and then change your mind about it, because this wasn't an exploit. I'm sorry,
I
it's
think
not
you're
an exploit.
misunderstanding what the ban is for, though, Ranger.
I thought he said it was for guild hopping.
It's
Well,
not just for the guild hopping.
No.
It's for hopping to a guild, coming back, and then using your refresh roster.
Correct.
It's the refresh roster part that they're banning them for.
Correct.
Not for the guild hopping itself. That's why there's only 400 people. If they banned all the guild hoppers, there'd be a lot more than 400 people.
Yeah, that is correct.
I still don't agree with the ban, but they're banning for the actual refresh roster being used in an attack, which I
Correct.
still think is kind of stupid because in the end, if you added a new player, you end up with the same number of new attacks that they shouldn't have gotten in the first place. But
Right.
they're not banning for the hop itself; it's for the refresh roster.
Okay, well then, Grande confused me. Because I
Sorry.
said, is this for the guild hop? He's like, yeah. I was like, well then,
Well,
dang.
there's an added twist to it, which is the refresh roster thing. That's the problem. Yeah, that's really the problem. So we did all the developer updates. Now we're gonna do the game updates.
All right.
And so the game update that we got was on the 27th, which is the day after we streamed on Thursday.
That's what they always do. Why can't they? They should know how great we are, and they
They
should,
should
wait.
know how important we
You know,
are.
I mean, come on now. I mean, we cover
So
the
this
news.
is
We
the-
put out the
this is the-
information.
This is the happy part, right? So let's get to the happy part, which is greeting. These are the update notes for 10/27. The new rogue character, which is Beston. We can all see him because we've been grabbing shards for him. Beston is a wild rebel attacker who utilizes a brand new buff, Frenzy, which allowing him to gain 100% turn meter whenever an ally uses a special ability. That's pretty sick. Frenzy duration can be increased by upgrading the ability.
Nice.
An able gunner, Beston is able to utilize gunner tactics to both deal damage and remove turn meter from his target. By utilizing his ability, Beston is able to provide sustained burst of damage while delaying his enemies. That's pretty sick. And as an added bonus, we will be running a daily Rogue One Besden event for the month of November, which allows players to collect additional Besden shards, character shards. If you log in every day, you can unlock Besden early and increase his star level by the end of the month.
Okay.
So this character, I know you're in the middle of GW. Finish the
I'm listening.
GW, then
I'm
go
listening.
look at
Keep
the.
going.
I just want to show. I just want to show everybody.
Oh yeah, I can do that. I'm done.
I want to show him after you're done with it.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's look at him.
So the next one is Omega battles are returning every Saturday in November. This is sweet. I could use all the Omegas I can get.
Who kidding?
Log in every Saturday in November to earn rare ability material Omega pieces. This is sweet because, you know, I mean, I got a bunch of guys that need Omegas.
Wait,
You know,
no, wait on that. Remember what happened before they did the update? They backtracked on adding ability increases on all of the characters.
Right.
If they're giving us Omega events this month, more likely than not, at the beginning of December, they're going to give ability upgrades for all of the characters, and each one will probably require like 6 or 7 Omegas to upgrade.
Well, hold on. I mean, let's talk about abilities for a minute. We still have characters that their leader ability maxed out at 7. So wouldn't the first step in that process maybe be to give those characters with their leader ability maxed at 7 to give them another level? So I see your point.
You might get a new level on every single ability.
You might, but I would think that first I would think that the first step would be let's do abilities. Let's do abilities to level 8.
I think all the 7s will go to 8s, and there's probably going to be some 8s that go to 9.
Man, I mean, let's look at it. What happened with gear, right? I mean, we had some people at gear 11. I mean, I would think they would follow the same trend. So we have some people that went to gear 11 and some people that stayed behind at gear 10. I think that we had some people who could get to maxed out at the Omega max level. So it was ability level 7 plus the Omega. I think, and then we had some people whose leader ability stopped at 7. It got maxed out at 7. Wouldn't the first step be, let's get everybody that got maxed out at 7, let's get them to the Omega level?
Well, looking at the gear aspect, Grande, a lot of them end up having at level 85 the gear to go up to gear level 12.
Is there any character that could go to gear level 12?
I'm pretty sure there are. I'm pretty sure there's characters that at gear 11 can get at 85 though, because a lot of them need those yellow masks or whatever.
I got a bunch of characters that I've already got at gear 11, so I got characters at gear 11 right now.
Yes, we know you're well.
Yeah.
And those characters at gear 11,
can you check?
I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now. Yep.
I thought there were that could go to 12.
So right now on SWGOH, no character can go to gear 12.
Oh.
Not one character could go to gear 12. I was fairly confident that was the case.
That is denied.
Which to me means that I would see a little bit. I mean, they got a lot of stuff to come out, right? They got an AAT raid that's coming out. They got new Rogue One characters that are coming out. I think what they're probably more concerned about, which, you know, whenever we go over the meta report, is they're concerned about that, you know, a third of the rank 1 people are using Lando as lead because he goes to gear 11. And so I think what they are trying to do is they want to see more people going back to like a Obi-Wan lead. They want to see more people going back to an Anakin lead or an Akbar lead. They want to see more balance where it's not effectively, when you look at the pie, more than 75% of the players are either using Lando lead, Rex lead, or Wedge lead. And I think what they want to do is they want to see more of these and the others come back and have it be a little bit balanced. How do you do that? You do that by letting all those other characters go to gear 11. How do you also fix other leaders? You fix other leaders by having their leader ability, instead of having it stuck at 7 being the max, you take it to 8.
Add some stuff to it.
That's just my opinion. I could be totally off base, but we did get I think we're going to get that.
You're probably right, but let me ask. I don't remember the wording exactly. Biston gets 100% turn meter whenever an ally uses a special.
So Frenzy. So it says Biston is a wild rebel attacker who utilizes a brand new buff, Frenzy, allowing him to gain 100% turn meter whenever an ally uses a special ability. Frenzy's duration can be increased by upgrading the ability. So effectively, what we're looking at is Frenzy is one of his specials. So if I pull him up on SWGOH and we look at him, You look at his ability. Let's look at this frenzy ability. First of all, it's a 7-turn cooldown.
Yeah.
It only and it starts out
I've got
when
it
it's
up right now.
when it's maxed. When it's maxed, it's a 7-turn cooldown.
Okay,
And it only lasts for 4 turns.
which is fine, but you're saying that they're trying to go away from Lando, right? Can you picture him on a team with Lando lead, Wig, Stormtrooper Han, and Biston?
And
Oh yeah,
Wedge.
of course.
Oh my.
Of course. I mean, we have a lot of rebels.
Biston goes. Wedge
Yeah.
does his AoE, Biston goes. Stormtrooper Han Tan, Biston goes. Like, it's the stupidest thing ever.
Well, hold on. I mean, you got to, Biston's 145, and this is his special, so that means you got to get to Biston's turn first, right? And then once it's Biston's turn, you have to use this special, and then after that, anybody's special gives him 100% turn meter.
But he's 145, which I think is faster than all of the other rebels, isn't it?
Let's look. Let's look at him as a character.
I think maybe with the passive ability of Wedge, Biggs and Wedge, maybe a little
I've
bit
got the
faster,
memory.
but you
I've
can
got
slow
it
them
up.
down.
So Leia's faster.
Well, yeah, no, but this is Leia. Lando, Wig, Stormtrooper Han, and Biston would be the group.
So Biston is the same speed as Qui-Gon Jinn, unmodded. So Poe is faster. Hoth Rebel Scout is faster as a rebel. And Princess Leia.
Right, but you're not going to be using them in the group. It's going to be a Lando, Wedge, Biggs, Stormtrooper Han, and Biston.
So what that means is that unmodded, of course. I mean, you'd have to play with your mods a little bit to get it right. But you'd have to you'd have to play with your mods a little bit to get the speed right. But you would want it to go where Biston actually goes first, so then he could get Frenzy off. So then you could run through all your specials. So it's going to be similar. It would be similar timing to like a droid team where you didn't waste the turn meter. Maybe. I mean, we only get this guy at 3-star if you log in every day. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see what happens. Plus 2. I mean, it's possible that we'll get some more Empire characters, and those Empire characters, have some. I mean, if we look at TIE Pilot, right? Not, TIE Pilot actually is the fastest character in the game right now, unmodded. The regular TIE Pilot, the one that's the login character for last month. And and if you're and he gains turn meter on debuffs. So if you had debuffs, he gains 10% turn meter. I mean, it's possible you could at this point with Palpatine and TIE Pilot, and TIE Pilot's going to hit freaking hard on his basic, man.
Yep.
It's possible that character actually could do better. I mean, effectively, what they're kind of setting up here, it looks like, anyways, they're setting up, for a little while that you would be running, either a partial Rebel team or a partial, Empire team, and that those two teams, either with Shore Trooper, because I don't know if you got it up yet, but Shore Trooper made it into part of the meta. I mean, there's a guy on my server that's running a 3-star Shore Trooper and holding his own in arena. So, he's making something work. Basically, he's given a target where the Wedge Biggs combo has to hit Shore Trooper first, which means you keep your Lando and your Wedge and your Biggs alive for one more turn. Mm-hmm. And once he's done that thing, then you're good. I mean, I get your point, Finity. I just think that.
My point wasn't necessarily that. It's that CG has said in the past that they're not trying to rework any of the characters in order to gain balance. They gain balance by creating new characters that counter the current meta. So my point was more towards the fact of the gear. Maybe that's what they were thinking with regards to getting everybody to gear 11 and trying to phase out Lando. But I don't really think that had anything to do with it. I think that they're probably going to release more Rogue One characters in order to counter Lando, more so than trying to upgrade like gear in order to get people balanced out. Because they've said that in the past, that they create new characters based on the current meta in order to shift the meta.
Right. I mean, we still. I don't know. I mean, we still have a lot of, day. We have a lot of day one characters still being used as leader, and we definitely have a lot of day one characters still being used as. I mean, we have 3 day one characters being used on a squad. Now, granted, if you look at them, 2 out of the 3 have been reworked. But Stormtrooper Han's never been reworked, and he's part of the meta. I mean, you saw some characters fall. You saw some characters kind of fall off a little bit. But I don't know. I mean, you want people. I mean, I guess as a game designer, you want people to be excited about the new character. How do you make someone excited about a new character? Is you make them have something cool that maybe you can play around with.
Yeah. Well, let's look at the meta report like right now.
Let's do it right now. Okay.
Yeah, so I've got it up. Not much has changed. Lando is still dominating. Second is Rex. Third is Wedge. Fourth is Emperor Palpatine. Fifth is HK-47. Fifth is sixth is Admiral Akbar.
Right.
Seventh Jedi Knight Anakin. Next one is Obi-Wan Kenobi, Qui-Gon Jinn, and then Count Dooku. Interesting that Dooku and Old Ben kind of came back up. They were way off the meta report as a leader.
Yep.
That's different than previous weeks. I mean, that's the one thing that stands out to me is that.
Well, I think I've mentioned it before. Evasion leads work pretty well against the Lando Wix combo.
Yeah.
You need a little luck with the evasion, but if they start evading, then they'll end up popping up before other characters start to go, and you can get your rotation in a little bit better.
With the right mods, I mean, if you had some really OP mods and you could make your Old Ben super fast,
it's fast.
You could potentially get Old Ben where you could with potency and tenacity and speed, you could get him where he went first. It's not. I mean, I don't think you could get him to go first, but you could probably get him at,
pretty decent.
You could potentially get him almost to 200.
Yeah.
And so if you ran an Old Ben and an OG Han on the team, you could potentially, stun the guy that's over 200. Then Old Ben goes. Once Old Ben goes, you've ability blocked everybody, and you've kind of cut that thing off at the knees. I don't know. I think that there are some, with mods, there's some potential to have some interesting teams like that. The other thing too is when we think about these teams, we have to think about how these teams work on defense too. For the new tournament coming up, because effectively the new tournament is an arena team. You got to think about how does your team work on defense. I would probably say that, regular Han Solo does not work really great on defense because you never know who he's going to go after first for his Han shoots first. So maybe you don't want to put that guy on your team.
All right.
For your defensive team. Maybe you would want to look at potentially an Old Ben or something on that team. Who knows?
So if we look at the top 10 players being used right now, characters,
yep.
Lando's number 1, Jedi Knight Anakin, Biggs, then Wedge right next to each other, Stormtrooper Han, Emperor Palpatine, Sun Fac, Rex, Qui-Gon Jinn, and B2 Super Battle Droid. It's really interesting. One person I did not see on there, I don't know where he's at. Royal Guard has really dropped off the chart from previous weeks because he was on there for a while.
And Royal Guard's been there like a staple.
Yeah.
For like forever.
Well, I mean, I could tell you I'm getting my Biggs and Wedge up, and as soon as I have them ready to go, I mean, they're almost there. I'll be running those two with Lando, Emperor, and Stormtrooper Han.
So Royal Guard is on the list, but he's
way down. He's dropped to like out of the top 10.
Well, he basically after B2 you got Shore Trooper, and after Shore Trooper you got you got Royal Guard, and then it drops way down to Han Solo, and then you get into the droid teams.
Yeah.
So it's pretty low down there. I'd like to see it. I mean, I kind of miss Royal Guard in some ways.
He was a staple for a long time. And I'm still using them just because I'm running the old team that I have. And I must confess, I have been slacking big time in PvP and have dropped like in the 20s and the 30s some
Oh,
days.
no.
Well, I'll get back up and get in the top 10, but I only do my 5 fights, and I just haven't really focused on it like I should. So it happens. So
It's probably the thing. It's probably the thing I love PvP. I don't know what
I
it
do
is.
too. I just don't have not had the time
Fair enough.
to really focus on it like I used to. You know.
Right.
So yeah. Um. Ah. It's
So
frustrating.
along with these notes that we got about Beston, we also and we got to the packs. An additional 2 new packs will be launched for the Omega events: the Clone / Droid daily pack and the Sith / Night Sister daily pack. Finally,
When's that gonna drop?
I have no idea. Who knows? But I'm just interested. I think it's interesting that we finally got a Night Sister pack.
They drop some clones. I will spend a little money on those.
And there are some pretty sweet clones that are kind of behind a paywall a little bit.
Yeah,
And
I will. I will spend a little money on those because they are very good. I mean, clones are really, really good.
and then the big one is that Scarif Rebel Pathfinder has been added to Cantina 1D.
Let me switch and go back to the game, and let's go to. We'll look at that.
Yep.
There he is. I'm trying to think, was anything else added besides him? Cantina?
Not yet. That's the only thing that was mentioned in the notes.
Yeah, I've been focusing so much on getting Wedge, which I finally got 7-star Wedge. I'm working on
Nice.
Plo Koon.
You'll like it. Plo Koon? What the?
Well, because is for the Jedi counter team, I'm gonna work on him and Ayla Secura. So I'll go in there for the raid.
You're kind of like me. I just finished up Kylo. I can't even believe I was farming Kylo, but I farmed Kylo all the way up to 7 stars. I just really wanted to get those offense mods unlocked.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about this before, but I just was like, man, I think there's some characters that offense mods would be great on. Because then I'm not relying on crit and crit damage. I'm not relying on crit chance. So I don't have to throw a bunch of crit chance on someone to then throw crit damage on top of that, hoping and praying that they get crits. I mean, that works great for Wedge, works great for Biggs, works great for Lando.
I just had some basic mods in there. I haven't really messed with his mods. I just threw some in there for the raid.
Sure.
I went offense and crit with him. I'll go speed and crit with him, especially for that AoE. Offense would be good too. I did focus a lot on offense.
So anyway, so it's making me level up some of my characters. I will tell you a character that everyone has told me is good for a very long time, and I just never really focused on, and that's FOTP. Man, that guy hits really awesome. But
he's a bitch of a farm, man.
He is really hard to farm, but he hits like a truck.
He's great.
So he's glass cannon, like we've talked about long time ago. But I never had him where he was viable. Now I got him at level 80, working on getting his gear up and getting his rarity up, getting his stars up. I definitely am thinking that character is worth it. So if you haven't focused on FOTP, as Ritual Joe would say, if you have FOTP, you're old money. That's what he used to. You've been around a long time if you got FOTP.
Yeah, back in the day he was a beast, man. I mean, he's still good, but I mean,
I will definitely be working on it. I will tell you that I got to level 83 right now, and so I was able to do the light side level 9 battles.
Yeah, I heard those are a little pain in the ass.
So the normal ones were really pretty simple.
The normal.
The normal ones were simple. My goodness, the hard ones though, bros. The hard ones are just. I was able to get the first one, 9A, but I'm having some serious trouble on 9B. But 9B is kicking my butt. I'm I got all my dudes leveled. I'm borrowing some pretty OP allies. I got some of my Omega buddies. They got some really sweet allies. Trying to make that thing happen. I try it once or twice a day, and then I go, oh nope, You got to go back and get some more gear. Got to go back and look at some mods because it's gonna take a little bit to do that. And then I think at level 83, the Cantina battles open up. Tried a few of those. Kind of more interested in mods and interested in the characters I want. So I haven't really focused too much. I 2-starred the first couple. They are hard as well, because you're going up against what looks like gear level 15 and level 48. I mean level 84 characters. So that's pretty tough. You be prepared to hold on to your pants, man. It's I know MJ says, yeah, 9B is where a lot of guys are stuck. Yeah, I am stuck there at 9B, Jiminy Cricket. That is tough as nails. So I feel you there on 9B. I think I'll be working. I'll just have to make sure I got to get my get the right mods on them. I think there's a sequence to it. I think that you probably need to borrow the right ally. You can't just borrow any ally. I'm not sure. I think it might be Old Ben. You might need to borrow Old Ben for an ability block. It's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I think that so I might be throwing my Old Ben up because I got a pretty maxed out Old Ben, putting some better mods on him and throwing my Old Ben up as the borrow a hero for people to see if that works out for them.
Yeah. All right, so I'm back into the Galactic War with the all but one. I'm doing a PvP match just because I can, but doing the all
farming yield Ugnut there. I can see.
Oh yeah, nothing else. I mean, it's like you reach a point. It's like, yeah, I haven't done I haven't done my raids today. Let me go into where are we at?
So let me ask you. So in arena, you're farming Ugnut, right?
Yeah.
Right now, just because. Now, what are you farming in Cantina shipments? The Cantina battle store.
I am farming Scavenger.
You farm a Scavenger.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Jawa Scavenger there, and then
you said Wedge from the Cantina battles.
Yeah,
right?
He's done. I'm doing Plo Koon now. Are you working on any mods at all, or are you leaving mods alone for the moment? I have a buttload of mods. I just bought one with speed on it. So
nice.
Pretty much I've got for PvP. I've got the mods that I need, and for the most part, I did a buttload of mods at the beginning. So, I mean, every character I have 81 or above has mods. So I may go back as I open up, for certain characters to get them the right kind of mods. I still have to finish Engineer to 5-star so I can go in. I'll finish up all the Jawas, go get that mod battle done, and then use them for the raid. Jawas, I heard, are pretty good.
What are you farming hard node wise?
Hard nodes, I'm doing Jawa. I haven't finished Jawa yet, so I'm doing hard just for the daily. And then I've been working on some other characters that on hard mode days I'll just do all of them that I need. If we look at my roster, you can kind of see Vader, of course, is Vader. Although I've been seeing a lot more of his shards in the store. It's been really interesting. I've had 2 Vader shards every day in the store for the last 4 days. So I don't know if they're just
pretty sick.
That is pretty sick. I know you already have them at 7 stars, but
no, I do not. I do not have Vader at 7 star. I got Vader at 6 star. I got him 6-star gear level 7, gear level 8, and I got him at 74. I kind of
I've got him at gear. I've got
him off on him.
Yeah, I've got him at gear level 10. I could go to 11. I just haven't worked on him. So if I get him 7 stars, maybe I will. But he's an interesting character because he can do a lot. But I mean, his AOE when you get it maxed out is pretty nice, as you've been seen in Galactic War. But you can see there's Wedge is done. I already have Bigs done. I just have to gear them out, and then they will be jumping in my PvP team. I have a lot of 7 stars that I can even activate right now. I just haven't activated them. Like Nebit,
credits, man, right?
Well, it's not. Yeah. It's just I just haven't worked on them. I'm trying to save the gear and just knock them out one at a time. Like I could do Nebit and Dachka right now. Working on. I mean, Scavenger's almost ready to be 7 stars. So those 3 are almost ready to go. Jaw Engineers just Oh my God, he just whoever thought it was a good idea just to put him in the guild store is retarded. You got to give somewhere else where you can farm him. I mean, come on, that is ridiculously slow. And then Java I'm working on, he's almost 6 stars.
After I got Ray and after I got Ewok Elder finished off in the guild store, I finally decided I was just like, you know what? I really need Jawa Engineer. I really want Dengar and I really want Gamorrean Guard, but I think Jawa Engineer is probably the most important one out of that whole group.
Yeah, I agree.
So I started farming Jawa Engineer, and then about halfway through that, I started farming Dengar at the same time. And then once I got Jawa Engineer done, I just went straight Dengar and Gamorrean Guard, and I finally got Dengar to 7-star. And I just hit Gamorrean Guard shards every time I can. I figured if that's the only place I can get them, then I need to focus on those characters from that location. But you got some battles to do, you said, in the raid?
Yeah, we can do the
where are you guys at in the raid? What are you guys working? Where are you guys?
What's done with it? We're on the phase 4, so let me do phase 4, the tier 6 raid we're on.
Sure.
I did my battles today. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's just do.
So I think there's.
Go with what?
I think there's a couple strategies. There's a couple strategies in phase 4. One of the strategies is to basically kill the B2s and kill the top cannon, and then set it up for your.
Yeah, we did cover that last time. Oh, you know what? I forgot.
For your weaker teams, and then the other way is to basically topple it, and then to make sure you have buffs on everybody, so you don't get the 999 damage.
Oh God!
Because the 999 damage just really blows.
Yeah.
Now if you read the notes on it, there are some special abilities you can get if you kill the cannons all at once. There are some special abilities that you can get if you got hit by the top cannon but you survived. So those are all those morale boosts that we talked about the last time. Some of them which give 50% extra crit. I mean, it's kind of some sweet abilities. Some sweet deals. I mean, I guess if you had like a really, really OP team that you wanted to put in there, you could do some pretty sick damage. You just got to be ready for that airplane flyover 9999 thing.
Yeah. All right. So we've started the battle. I got the old Jedi team in there. I'm gonna go for the right B2 droid.
Now, someone had mentioned before that there was a difference between how the two B2s acted. I have not seen that, but maybe somebody knows more than me. Enrique is saying Rebels with Phasma. Absolutely. Rebels with Phasma is a great choice.
We'll do that next. Let me place Gunyan on the B2s. Let's get some defensive up.
Now, whenever you do ability block and immunity heal, do they not gain turn meter? I can't remember. I know in whenever you run them in PvP, they don't, but I'm not sure if they work here. Like, could you kind of finesse it? Could you basically put ability block and immunity and heal immunity on them? And would they not gain turn meter so you could potentially go back at the AAT? I'm not sure. I just get him out of the way. Is Finity still with us?
If he is, he's not saying anything.
Yes, I'm here.
How's the drive going, brother?
Coming along. Lots of trucks.
Now, hopefully Finn will be back home next week, and we can.
And next time when he streams with us, we can see his beautiful face, and he'll be wearing his Miami Dolphins pajamas again.
Yeah. So the raid's okay. So this phase is going well. We're gonna kill the top cannon. Screw you, top cannon! The hell with you! Fire. I'm gonna try to take out the guns. Let's see. On the.
Man, you guys are close to getting this thing done. 20-something% left.
Yeah.
Infinity, are you running your AAT battles as well, or just the 600 right now?
No, I'm doing the AAT battles because our guild needs to finish the race. So I'm still doing those. I'm sometimes just auto attacking those, but I'm doing them.
Right. Now, You mentioned that you're gonna stay and try to get your guild to be able to be able to do the heroic AATs. How are you gauging that? Whether or not your guild is able to do that? Like, how are you?
Screenshots of the damage and then running numbers.
So you guys are running screenshots of the normal one, and then trying to figure out when you'll be ready. Is that kind of the thought?
Yep. That's it.
All right, I'm going for it. I got him down. Now we're gonna hit the tank hard.
Nice. Do you have a specific goal you're going for, or how have you kind of set up a benchmark?
It depends on how much damage is done. Essentially, it looks like the damage done in normal is somewhat similar to heroic. So
Right.
it's equating to 1-to-1 damage, putting in a 10% buffer except for phase 1. And then if we can equal the totals that we need to for heroic based on our normal attacks, then we should be good. I think we have the damage. We just have to organize our attacks accordingly.
I think there was a post put on today about how free-to-play / pay-to-play guilds could run an AAT heroic. Let me look that up. It was on the normal forums. It was on the official forums.
I will also notice that I'm seeing a huge difference in kind of a beefiness when you cross over from 82 to 83. It seems to be there's a pretty decent shift.
So here's the post. How to take, I don't know if you guys have seen this, how to take down an AAT, how to take down a heroic AAT intended for mixed and free-to-play guilds. Which characters and which mods for which phase. Have you seen this? Lampshade? The post.
No, I actually haven't seen that yet.
I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna drop it in. Where am I gonna drop it? Well, first I'm just gonna drop it in
chat as well.
I'm gonna put it in y'all's Discord, and then I'm also gonna put it in the YouTube chat as well, so everyone can see this. At the post, which seems like a pretty good post. It says so. Disclaimer: This guide is intended to help mixed and free-to-play guilds to clear AAT heroics with efficient use of ideal squads for each phase. All of these squads and strategies outlined apply. The idea is that the idea of this guide is to help guilds determine if they are ready for the AAT heroic. This is a very hard and discouraging game content at first, but please know that with the right strategy, it is achievable by any guild. The following details include tips and tricks to help us clear it for the first time. So there's still room for improvement, but the squads and strategies are guaranteed successes in the raid. Now let's get to it. So phase 1, ideal squad and mods. Imagandi lead, Anakin, Ayla, Qui-Gon Jinn, Ahsoka, alternatives, Mace, Yoda, Plo Koon, and Eth Koth. And then they're showing the correct mods. Basically, it's offense and health, crit chance, offense or health, offense and health, crit damage, crit chance, health. So they've got this here, the strategy. Phase 1, squad strategy. The idea here is to anticipate enemy attack AoEs and counter with high damage, kill the B2 if he is being annoying, and focus on all attacks on General Grievous.
Oh, you do get an extra buff when you kill all the cannons at once.
Yeah, you get did you get it?
Yeah,
it's a 3.
Yeah, I got 3.
Yeah, so if you do it all at once, you get now that particular buff is OP, man. That particular buff is really sweet. I think if you do it, you get like 50% extra crit damage. See, look at that. Yoda just did an attack right there for like 16 and something. That's sick, bro. Those are some big hits.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh, I
if
didn't buff. Yeah, bye-bye, Qui-Gon.
yeah, if you time your buff with that with the AAT down, you can get some massive
Oh
massive
yeah, there you
runs.
went. Bye bye Yoda.
I'm still at the point where
Bye bye Qui-Gon.
I'm still juggling the lasers. I know the buff is good, but I'm playing the Ewok game essentially without the Ewoks. Just juggle the lasers, and then heal
The
up
lasers.
The lasers. It's lasers.
Freaking laser beams on their heads.
So phase 2 strategy. The team he's basically saying an HK, IG88, IG86, Jawa engineer, and Nebbit team. Topple as much as possible turrets with very high health. You'll need added damage on the droids to take them down. All of JE and Nebbit's attacks call and assist because of the raid mechanics, so use that accordingly. Use Nebbit's taunt to reset cooldowns as needed. Talking about straight crit damage and speed on everybody except for health and protection speed on the two Jawas. Phase 2 strategy. We're aiming for 4% damage here, which is 800k or so in damage. This is easily doable if you can topple 3 times in a run. Other than that, don't let the top cannon fire. And then he's got a phase 3 strategy here, which is Chirpa, Emperor Palpatine, Stormtrooper Han, Royal Guard, and Sun Fac with alternates of Poe, Chewie, Hoth Rebel Soldier, and Gamorrean Guard. And he's got health and speed on Chirpa, crit chance / damage or offense and speed on Emperor Palpatine. He's got Stormtrooper Han with health protection and crit avoidance. Crit avoidance, interesting. We don't normally think of crit avoidance. The other thing that's crazy about that is this is the first time we're using effectively an arena character, which means you might have to swap mods around. Oh, not excited about swapping mods around on Stormtrooper Han. Royal Guard is health protection and crit avoidance. Sun Fac is health protection and crit avoidance. A lot of people use Sun Fac in their team. That could be a little bit of a challenge. And then alternates are Poe, Chewie, Hoth Rebel Soldier, and Gamorrean Guard. We don't really know. They didn't really give a chance for those. Enrique is saying he likes the strategy of to not topple the tank. I would totally agree with you on not toppling the tank, especially if you're trying to run some squads that maybe are not doing quite so great, like your second and third squad are not so great. This team that they're talking about in phase 3, who made this post? Benacro.
Is this a post or where is this at?
So this is on the official forums. I posted it in chat, and then I also posted it in the Mighty Side chat, but I'm also going to post it in Toon discussion over here on the Rebel base.
Okay.
So everybody can see that. The phase 3 team is Chief Chirpa lead, Emperor Palpatine, Stormtrooper Han. Well, we already said all that. So Emperor Palpatine is key for this phase. Basically, shock all the ads and do not kill them. Even the one with the buff. Once all the ads are shocked, make sure that all your taunters are taunting or set to taunt because they'll never get another turn. Continue to barrage the boss with EP's basic. This will occasionally cause him to counter and hit one of your taunting tanks. EP will be gaining 100% turn meter each time. His basic is used 90% gain from the shocked enemies and 10% from Chief Chirpa. This will continue back and forth until the boss is killed and all of the tanks, especially finally Emperor Palpatine. Phase 3 strategy. Each shot for around 3%, but this team has the potential to do more. Most teams doing it are getting around 350k, but some of upwards of 500k. If needed, this phase will also require another randomly geared squad to get more damage in, but it is difficult to get the damage without the stated team above. Phase 4.
I
They're
did
saying save
223,000 on that one with the Jedi. Not bad.
So they're saying here's the team they're saying to use for phase 4. And you're in phase 4, so let's try this.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, if I have
They're
the
saying
tins.
okay, they're saying wedge lead,
Wedge lead.
Biggs. Yep. Biggs, Lando, Han. I guess they mean Raid Han, regular Han Solo, and fives.
And
They want you
fives.
and fives.
Okay.
So wedge is crit chance / damage and speed. Biggs is crit chance / damage and speed. Lando is crit chance / is crit chance / damage and speed. And 5 is potency and speed. The alts that you could use would be Leia, Phasma, or Admiral Akbar. So if you want to throw in an alt, if you feel like one of your alts is better, that might be a good choice.
What do you want me to run with? I've got Biggs, Wedges.
I'd say let's. Yeah, so I'd say go with that if you feel comfortable with that team.
I'm fine with it. Let's see what
All
happens.
right, then it says there. So it says there are two. So it says there are two main strategies here: toppling the AAT and not toppling the AAT. These are the two strategies we've talked about just now. Toppling. If you have Han or Leia as your alt.
It sounded like in your post, the strategy was to topple, and the goal was to do it 3 times.
Well, that was way back here. That was way back here in phase 2. We're talking this right now is phase. Your buff would be from Wedge or your buff would be from Han, right? So it says
I don't have OG Han finished yet. Let's go
with
Leia.
Akbar
and
you could use Akbar or you could use Leia or Phasma. Any of them will give a buff. So it says topple. If you have Han and Leia as your alts, use them for max DPS and quickly take down the B2s before reloading AoEs on the turrets. Which also have lots of health. When all the turrets are down, attack as usual, then topple. Make sure either Han or Leia has buffed the entire team for the inevitable airstrike following. Then repeat until death. Repeat until you're dead. Nice.
It sounds like a torture.
Well, I went with Leia and Akbar, so let's see what happens.
Repeat until dead. The no topple way.
Repeat till death.
The no topple way. If you don't have the required firepower to take down the turrets and B2s quickly enough, then use 5s or Phasma in the last slot to apply slow to the tank and the turrets. You'll still need to kill the B2s, but they'll never respawn if you don't topple. Then kill the top turret and one side turret whenever they respawn. Otherwise, attack the tank with all you've got. As a last resort, if you're about to die, always finally topple the tank with the expectation of being wiped out with the airship, with the drop ship airstrike. Phase 4 strategy. Wedge team should be able to do between 3 and 4% here with an 800k plus damage. It is easy to get over 1 mil in a run with great mods and gear. After using your rebel team, throw everything else you've got at it to get the job done. Total health breakdown: 4 mil for phase 1, 20 mil for phase 2, 12 mil for phase 3, 12 mil for phase 4. Best of luck at attempting heroic now. These are the teams I advise farming if you are unsure how to farm and how to progress. Obviously, these teams are best at gear 10, but some gear 9 will also do a great job done with mixed in their with other highly geared characters. We were defeating an AAT normal in 2 refreshes, 3 days total before clearing heroic. Interesting. Anyways, got a bunch of, and of course, there's a bunch of people that posted comments like, "Where's Ugnut in that team?"
Yeah.
Anyway, that's
All right. Some good
That's the
information.
dealio. I think that's interesting, but it's got a lot of views. It sounds like a good post. The guy definitely thought through his stuff.
No, I like it. I mean, hey, any guide is better than no guide, and I think that's especially for the people who are chiming into the stream, and we really appreciate all the comments that you guys are leaving right now. We're gonna get to them here in a sec.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I really think people putting that stuff out. I mean, it just shows the passion for the game, and how much that they want to really put into it. And I think it's really really valuable. I think it's a interesting strategy. I know for pay to play and free to play. They named a couple characters I hadn't spent a lot of time with, such as the Hoth, the Rebel from Hoth and whatnot. But I think all in all, it doesn't sound too far off. Especially, you don't need to have every single team for
too. That's interesting to me. The only really pay-to-play character that's been even brought up is Sunfac. I didn't see any. I've always thought the clones were going to be sweet, and I didn't see any of the clones mentioned. So all of these players so far are free to play. Now, some of them you can't get. A 7-star Emperor Palpatine, you're going to have to wait a while for that one. So I don't know what you're doing on phase 3. I don't know. And then, of course, mods, man. Mods. Oh, I probably should focus more on mods. I have mods, but I have focused so much more on characters than I have on mods. And I also do not have a very solid droid team. I know somebody's going to yell at me in chat about that or yell at me in the comments about that, but I need to definitely work on my droids. Interesting too is the rest of the Jawas weren't mentioned either.
That's true.
Yeah, because my Jawa team in phase 2 and phase 3 have both been really dominant compared to like my Jedi squads or just kind of like a composite squad. It's pretty interesting how powerful they are when synced together.
You're talking about a full droid team?
Yeah. A full Jawa squad with a Darth Cha as a lead.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because they get all those extra turns, and then they get all those bombs.
Between the extra turns and then timing all their dots over the mains, it's pretty powerful. I mean, I've listed up somewhere around it can be somewhere between
get a droid team.
12 and 16, and then all of a sudden you set them loose. It drops a ton of %.
You're surviving pretty good right there, Ranger, with that team. You basically just lost Biggs. I mean, just lost Wedge so far, right?
Yeah, I just lost Biggs, but
okay. Well, he was looking pretty close. But how many times have you toppled it now?
Just once. No, I'm starting to get smoked.
The thing, there's a retreat button. So, I mean, I would think that practice on this thing and getting your timing right on your guys is going to be on your characters is going to.
Yeah. I can lay a little bit more scunion on it. All right. So, is there any questions or comments in the questions?
Oh, so let me kind of scroll all the way back up here to the top, and we'll start looking at questions maybe. So,
my first question is, where the heck in the world is Finity today? He was in Baton Rouge last night.
I'm in Florida.
Ah, boring. I was hoping you were in Atlanta or something.
No, I'm about 2 hours away from my house. So.
Nice. Long drive. I've done that drive.
Yep, I've been driving since 7, so it's been about 14 hours of driving so far, with a couple of stops to do meetings.
Holy cow! So
Topple it again. Got 2 of the damn cannons.
That's not bad if you've gotten 2 in one run.
So someone asked if Finity is free, does that mean we have buttsock free episodes now?
Yes, pretty much.
No. Buttsock is going to be a joke that happens like forever.
Nope, the butt sock must go on.
Yes, the buttsock will never disappear. It's a part of the lore. It is
It's
canon.
part of Finney's tombstone. He may have been brilliant and a genius tactician, but there will always be the butt sock.
That's right.
It'll always be the butt sock. Oh, it'll be on his tombstone, on the back of his tombstone. When he 100 years from now, it'll say, "Finity lies here, butt sock."
Pretty much.
Oh man. So
what's the buttsock?
MJ way earlier asked about Mace Windu as fleet leader. We kind of went over that already. MJ then asked, "Do we even see him in a ship?" And yes, we do, but it's in the Clone Wars. Let's see. Buttsock is the super secret back door to a ship. That was Jack Frost. That's hilarious. Oh, we got some great comments going on here.
We can totally escape through the butt sock. Let's go.
So then Jack Frost asked a great question about ships, and that is, what about pilots? I have no clue about. We got fleet admirals.
idea.
Do we have to stick a pilot in every one of these ships?
I mean,
So you got to have. So I mean, if you have five ships on the front, and you have up to four ships in reserve.
okay, so that one
that
I did 330,000 damage.
So did you feel good about that?
I did feel good about that. So I think that's a
Good.
pretty solid run. 330.
Yeah. That's not bad.
I like it.
All right, now who do I
like
run?
So what about this? Do you have a droid team that maybe you could put in?
Nope. I have got a couple droids, but I haven't done anything with droids. I mean,
Okay, so you basically did your I'm a Gundy team,
yeah,
and you basically did your your wedge team,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So what about this phase 3 team? Do you have that one?
Which
the
one?
The Chirpa.
Remember,
Emperor Palpatine?
I've got Emperor Palpatine, but I don't have any of the Jawas ready to go.
Right. But I'm talking about the Ewok Chirpa.
No, I don't have Chief Chirpa for the Ewoks.
Okay.
We could go with what? Phasma,
He's just not a whale like you.
Emperor.
You could go with a Phasma team.
So
yeah, go with
Phasma, Emperor. Who else?
So you could go Phasma, Emperor, and then what do you have for taunts left?
I've got Stormtrooper Han and Royal Guard.
So why don't you put Stormtrooper and Royal Guard in there?
Double taunt team?
Yeah, and then do you have a third taunt?
No.
What were you thinking? Go and juggle with a taunt team like that? I don't think you're fast enough to keep a juggle, to be honest.
Who should be my fifth?
I don't know. I don't know.
Now we've got Phasma, Emperor, Stormtrooper Han, Royal Guard. The tunes I have left: Tebow, Vader, Grand Moff Tarkin, Geonos the Soldier, Rey, Fives, Dooku, 88. Rey.
You can stick well or Fives for the slow.
That's true.
But you already got Phasma slow. Maybe go Rey. Maybe go GS just for.
Put a special shout out to somebody on the show though.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Hey guys, I just want to give a special shout out to GP's cleaning crew. They're doing an awesome job.
They are.
Props to that guy.
No, you buy.
So did we ever talk about ships?
Yeah,
really, and about pilots? We basically just said we don't know.
Right off the back, I get one shotted by the cannon. You killed Phasma too.
Wait, if that happens, then go out and
send in like a 2-person team or something like that. You're easy.
He only gets 5 chances. Oh, I
forgot about that.
Kylo Ren asked, "What was the last tune in GW? Was it Magma Trooper? No, it was Cad Bane. So it was Cad Bane in there. People are giving some different teams as far as new meta is concerned.
That
then,
sucks balls. Damn, that cannon just one-shotted my ass.
Oh, Kylo then asks, "Farm Night Sisters? Not on your life. Don't farm Night Sisters. Farm old Doc. That's the only one.
That's coming from GP. That must mean something.
I put it in DACA. I'm going to see if I can get that res.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Okay, so then Enrique asks, when am I going to shave? We'll have a shave video coming up. The shave is coming.
Here comes a big hit. Come on, DACA's Reswork. You suck, DACA. Old crinkly chrome.
Okay, so then Enrique says, why don't you try Vader, or why don't you try an IG88 lead? So you could try like an IG88 Vader team, potentially.
Because, well, whoever's the lead is going to die, so I might as well just use 88 as pig fodder. So we'll do 88. Get in there. Make something of yourself, 88, and we'll add Vader. I want Phasma in there too. Phasma, you get in there.
So that's all the questions. Let me look over here in in the mighty Sai, and I mean in the Rebel Bay.
Yeah.
And let's see. We got some questions in some preguntas.
¿Dónde preguntas?
Yeah, you can tell we're all Southern boys when we know a little bit of Spanish, just enough to get us in trouble, right?
88, and you died, but that's okay. I kept the crew together.
So
now now I have you now. Protovision, I have you now. All right.
So then here's a question for the show. This one comes from good old Maurice. He asked this on the 24th, so I don't know if you guys went over this last week or not. Finity, do you remember if you went over good old Maurice's question or not?
What was the question?
So his question is: you have protection plus, you have health plus protection, right? And you have armor, right? Is there a way to turn the two of them into one number, like a survivability stat? You answered this. You answered this in chat. The answer you gave was, well, with the way they want it. No, there is health. Protection is like a shield. Non-healable. Damage reduction. These are all principles that go back to the original RNG and D&D. Smiley face. So basically, there's not like you can't like. So you don't think there's a way to like combine all these numbers into like a survivability number?
Oh, the cannon got me again.
Not exactly, no. Like, you can estimate a little bit. And if you increase your defense by, like, let's say 1%, that means there's 1% less damage you take. So every time you get out of damage, there's a 1% reduction. So you save 10 damage. So 1% defense against 1,000 damage attack is the equivalent of 10 hit points or protection. But I mean, it's really variable on the strength of the attack and those kind of things. So it's hard to really equate exactly how much defense is worth in terms of health and protection.
Okay.
You can look at it as your overall. If you look at your overall health, though, you might be able to generate a number, but there's no exact no specific number.
Are we getting bad feed?
Plus, like, every fighting has plenty of unique, and it's hard to basically relate on top of that the uniques that the other team has.
Right, but you could go from the opposite direction, which is that if you do your heal plus protection, that's how much damage needs to be dealt to that character. Then if you divide it by the percentage of defense, that gives you how much damage actually needs to be done. So you can figure out how much hit points and protection that actually equates to on your character, rather than looking at it as a per attack base. But then some characters have like life steal, so then that modifies things. So there's no easy survivability test.
Gotcha.
All right.
Okay.
This is about to get wiped. Oh God.
Yeah.
This one didn't go so well, but oh well.
It could go well if you could get Phasma's.
Nah, I didn't have a chance.
If you get Phasma advantage. Oh, what a bummer.
Yeah.
Sure. If you're gonna get wiped on this one, or did it just finish?
Yeah, I'm at 88. I only did 88,000 on that, so.
I was gonna say, yeah. If you have a squad like that where you know you're gonna get wiped right off the get go, spend the majority of your time setting up whoever you got going next
Yeah, I was trying to, but it's like
versus point.
That's the topple versus not topple strategy.
right. So there's a lesson for you kids out there. Don't do what Ranger did.
Oh,
All right.
man.
Well, I think that's it for. I think
Kids,
that's all the
go to
questions.
Ranger.
I think we can close the stream out a little earlier today, so we can finish watching the World Series. So let me
That's
go to
it,
the
man.
end
World
stream.
Series time.
Finn, thanks for being on, even though I know you're driving. Lampshade Grande, thanks for showing up as well. Remember, please like the channel. If you like what we're putting out, please like it. If you would like some of our merchandise, we have it at Cafe Press. Please visit our website. We have all kinds of information we put out there. Of course, we have our Twitter and Facebook pages as well. We appreciate everybody that was in tonight. We gave shout outs to all the people we could see. Now after this, we will be going to the Rebel Discord. I will not, because I have about 5 hours worth of homework to do. School. Gotta love it. But Grande, Lampshade, Finn, I don't know if they'll be in there, but we like to hang out after
I'll
the
be in
show
there for a little
usually.
bit.
Yeah,
Sure.
it may be a little thin tonight because I think people are watching the World Series. So, appreciate everybody that stopped by tonight. You know, we're trying to get at least 300 subscribers. So, hey, help us get there. We're at 294 last count I checked. So 300 would be sweet. As Lampshade said, we want to get to 1,000, but he's been slacking on the marketing. You know, that's his baby. He's like, I can do this and this. Like, well, do it. Do it.
Not my fault. Things are busy.
We're all busy. Still have to make
True.
time. All right. So, Grande, everybody, thanks for stopping by. With that, this is RSG signing out.